The sounds of the Passover are heard on every street. The courtyard of the temple is alive. The royal court of Judah, the Sanhedrin standing by, accepting praise from all who will arrive.
Jerusalem, Jerusalem, calling from Mount Zion's holy hill. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the crown of Israel. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, calling from Mount Zion's holy hill. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the crown of Israel. The home of our heritage,
The heart of our belief,
the land where prophets promised us a king, a mighty one, a conqueror.
Messiah, hear our cry.
Oh, come and set your chosen people free. Set your people free. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, calling from Mount Zion's holy hill. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the crown of Israel. Come, O long-awaited promise, come and set your chosen people free. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, calling from Mount Zion's holy hill. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the crown of Israel. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, calling from Mount Zion's holy hill. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the crown of Israel. Jerusalem.
Family, I'm home.
Home, Dad. We have to go. We're meeting some friends.
Sure thing. You two be careful and remember whose you are.
Oh, Nick, remember being young? Always on the go and always questioning things.
Well, you don't have to be young to still have questions.
Well, that's true, but is there something wrong? I sense that you're struggling with something.
Woman, you know me too well. It's just this John the Baptist preacher coming out of nowhere. Well, they say he came from the wilderness. Scruffy fellow. And he's proclaiming the Messiah has come. Why would anyone listen to an unkempt wild man like that? Yet crowds of all ages are drawn to hear him.
Well, it sounds to me like there's more to it than the way he dresses.
And there's this Galilean going around the countryside, healing sick people and preaching from a wisdom no one's ever heard before. He has followers, lots of followers. They come from all around to hear what he has to say. I'm afraid they'll see him as the Messiah.
The Messiah? But haven't we been waiting for the Messiah all these years? Could it be that we're actually in the time when God has fulfilled his promise? Maybe this Galilean is the anointed one sent by the Father. How amazing would that be?
But it's not how we expected him to come. How will he be able to save us from the Romans? This man is just a carpenter's son. He's no king. He has no army. And they say his own people in Nazareth ran him out. It just doesn't feel right. But yet it does. Love, I'm so confused. Please don't tell anyone how I feel. I'm up for Caiaphas' position one day, and the Pharisees and Sadducees are really threatened by this man. I'm keeping my thoughts to myself.
Well, is it better to be threatened in your job or threatened by the plan of God?
The voice of one crying in the wilderness,
Preparing the way for the Lord.
the voice of one crying in the wilderness,
Preparing the way for the Lord.
every valley shall be filled, every mountain be made low. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, preparing the way for the Lord. It shall be straight, and the rough places plain, and all flesh shall see, and all flesh shall see the salvation of our God. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, preparing the way for the Lord. Prepare ye the way for the Lord, the voice of one crying. Prepare ye the way for the Lord, the voice of one crying. Prepare ye the way for the Lord, the voice of one crying. Prepare ye the way for the Lord, the voice of one crying. The voice of one crying in the wilderness,
Preparing the way for the Lord.
voice of one crying in the wilderness,
Preparing the way for the Lord.
every valley shall be filled, every mountain be made low. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, preparing the way for the Lord. Prepare ye the way for the Lord, the voice of one crying. Prepare ye the way for the Lord, the voice of one crying. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way for the Lord. Prophets have proclaimed him king. Who will the Messiah be? Will he come to set us free?
Will he be powerful?
Will he bring peace? Who will the Messiah be?
A warrior, a nobleman.
King David's royal heir. Who will the Messiah be? Mighty or gentle, powerful or kind? Who will the Messiah be? Will he be patient or forceful, sensitive or strong? Who will the Messiah be? They say the government will be on his shoulders.
They say his name will be called. His name will be called.
Wonderful Counselor, Almighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Wonderful Counselor, Almighty God, who will the Messiah be? king in his hands. But when he spoke, he calmed the sea, the winds obeyed his voice. Is this the chosen one to heal our land?
Who will the Messiah be? Prophets have proclaimed him king. Who will the Messiah be? Will he come to set us free?
Blessed are you who are poor in spirit, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when you mourn, for you shall be comforted. Blessed are you that hunger and you thirst for righteousness, for you will be satisfied and filled. Blessed are you who are merciful, for you will receive mercy. Blessed are you who mourn, for when you mourn, you will be comforted. Blessed are you who are pure in heart, for you shall see God and know him. Blessed are you, peacemakers, for you will be called children of God. My Father, he is love. And you, when I look at you through the viewpoint of love. Understand this, that when you go, when you walk, when you are sent by my Father, that you are loved. You might fall into temptation, but you are loved.
Blessed are you as you weep on your knees, with perfume and tears washing over my feet.
Nicodemus, why do you come at night?
Jesus, Rabbi, we know you are a teacher from God because no one can perform the miracles you do unless God were with him.
What you say is true, but Nicodemus, you must be born again to enter the kingdom of heaven.
But how can one be born again when he is old? He can't enter the womb a second time, can he?
It's true. You must be born again, born of water and the Spirit to enter the kingdom of heaven.
But how is this possible?
Nicodemus, aren't you the teacher of the law? How can I explain this earthly thing to you? And there's still yet so much more heavenly things I want to teach you, Nicodemus. Nicodemus, you're loved. Listen to this. For God loved the world so much that he sent his one and only Son into this world that nobody should perish because they would believe in him. For God didn't send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Believe, Nicodemus.
Hey, aren't you the one they wanted to stone to death?
Yes, that was me, all right. Were you there?
Yes, standing off in the distance. I saw what happened. I just couldn't hear much.
Well, it was a bad place to be with all of those people staring at me with hate, but even though I was scared and embarrassed, I felt peace.
Peace? How did you find peace in the middle of that crowd? They wanted to kill you with rocks. How brutal.
That's right, and I should have been scared to death. Really, it was because of the forgiver.
What's a forgiver?
I had no idea myself until that moment. It was Jesus who changed everything. He was the only man there who looked me in the eye, and when he looked at me, I saw forgiveness. Even though I knew I was wrong and full of sin and an outcast to all, and even though I didn't know how to make it right or who was going to help me, it was in that moment, just by a glance, I knew I was safe.
I really couldn't hear because of the crowd, but I saw him scribble something in the sand. What was that about?
It meant nothing to me, but whatever he did, it meant something to all of those men. With faces full of guilt, each one of them quickly left us there. And then there we were, just Jesus and me. For the first time in my life, I knew what a pure relationship was. A relationship. I'd never really had one before, and it's as if I was in the presence of God.
I know exactly what you mean. I felt the presence of God myself. John was baptizing and Jesus came into the water with us. He had words with him and then he baptized Jesus. At that moment, I felt this strange and wonderful thing. It was as though a great light came on in my heart, and I just knew that this man they called Jesus was from God. I could feel it in my soul.
You're right. Me too. It's the most wonderful peace I've ever known. The love of God, the love of Jesus must have come straight from God himself. It's as though they're one and the same. There's something about the love of Jesus that's hard to comprehend. There's something about the power that frees us I may never understand. There's something about the love of Jesus that's hard to comprehend. There's something about the power that frees us I may never understand. All I know is I was blind, but now I see. Oh,
Jesus would drain the ocean dry, nor could the scroll contain the whole. Even stretched from sky to sky, even stretched from sky to sky. All I know is I was blind, but now I see. All I know is I was lost, but He found me. To tell you about the love of Jesus, where do I ever start? He touched me. He touched me. He changed me. He changed me. When He healed my broken heart. When He healed my broken heart. There's something about the love of Jesus.
Sarah, tell me about this baptism. Some of my Pharisee friends told me you were baptized by this John the Baptist.
That's right, Father. I went and heard him preach and was compelled to go in the water.
So you had a religious experience of some kind?
No, Father, it was much more than that. I really can't explain it, but I just know what I felt, and yet I just know.
Come, sit. Sir, I must admit something to you. I sought out this man named Jesus that you met at the baptism. I didn't want anyone to know, but I had to see for myself who this man really is.
And
And we had quite the conversation. It was much more than religion. It was like I'd known him all my life, and he was the reason for my life. And I felt the same thing that you felt. All of the process all of the knowledge I've gained in the process of religion, it never made sense. But now I believe he is the promised one.
And just think, if everyone can know him like we do, can we tell Mom?
Absolutely. And I'd like to tell my good friend Joseph as well.
This is a time for I call our soft intermission. We're not asking people to get up and leave, but we want to have a special time just for the children here. And everything you've seen so far about the life of Christ has been built up to the final week of his life. The people and the crowds kept growing and growing and growing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit right about there. So I'm going to part the waters here and let the children sort of sit here, boys and girls, if you could gather there. So if you're one of our children, grade 6 or younger, would like to be part of a special story just for you, whether you're in the program or not, I want you to come make your way right up this way. Good. Again, I'm going to sit about here so everybody can see a little better. Wow. This is kind of exciting. Great. Look at all of you here. Neat. Good. All right. Hey, Miss Isabella, you always sit by me and make me so happy when you do. All right? Thank you. And there's your brother out there, too? Okay. Hey, in a little bit, we're going to ask if you'd like to. Some of the boys and girls already have a robe on. And in a little bit, we're going to ask if you would like to take one and put one on. and be part of a crowd that welcomes Jesus into the city. And like a football team coming into the football stadium, all the people cheer and yell and say, "We're glad that you're here." Hey, Van. And we want you to welcome Jesus to come into the city, so to speak. And we'll give you one of these, and it'll be a garment like this with a hole, and you can just kind of put over your head and wear just like that. And then in a few moments, we're all going to kind of stand around in that way, and I think Jesus is going to enter from over there and walk his way around. But we'll give you some palm branches, I think, some leaves, things that you wave. It's like saying, "Welcome, Jesus." Okay, everybody got that? If you want to do that. If not, you can go back and sit with moms and dad or whoever you're with too. Hey, but I want to give you a little story first of all. Now, some of you were here last night and saw this. I've got some eggs, and I've got some things in them. And maybe if somebody could help me out and just hold on to it, and would you hold that yellow one? And would you hold that orange one? And Michael Ross, would you hold the purple one for me? Okay, I see you back there. And somebody help him out too. And I haven't got enough for everybody, but let me give you, Isabella, you hold that one. And then I've got a green one, and somebody needs to hold the blue one, okay? I'm going to let Van, since he's my grandson and right here by me, all right? Okay, good. And that'll be enough for now. Hey, I want to tell you a story about a guy named Jeremy. Hey, you know the guy playing Jesus in our program? His name is Jeremy, and he is our children's pastor. And he's a great, great guy. And in a few minutes, they're going to do some pretty mean things. They're going to pretend like they're beating him, and they're going to pretend like they're stabbing him with a sword, and they're going to nail him to a cross. And I want to tell you, it's kind of scary, but it's all pretend. Now, all this really happened to Jesus a long time ago, but we're pretending like. So if you get a little scared, that's okay. And just kind of a spoiler alert to parents, if your child may be a little bit frightened by that, it's kind of traumatic, you may want to cover their head or step in the hallway just for that one song. That's quite all right. It's not brutal, but it's not nice anyway. It looks pretty realistic too. So just to let you know. But I want you boys and girls to know that Jeremy, the guy playing Jesus, it's all pretend, but it's what really happened to Jesus. Now I want to tell you another story about a guy named Jeremy. This is the guy named Jeremy, really happened. And this Jeremy he didn't seem as smart as the other boys and girls. The teacher gave him all eggs to take home on a weekend and to bring it back on Monday, and with something inside of it to talk about new life. And so each egg had different things in it. Okay, who's got an egg? Who's got an egg over here? Who's got one? If you got one, open it up. What's in there? Open it up and tell me what's inside. Okay, just hold it. Okay, you've got what in yours? A flower, and that talks about new life. Flowers blooming in the springtime. Isabella, what do you have? You got seeds planted, grow into new life. Good. And each boy and girl brought back to class an egg, and it had something in it. And some of the other things they brought. Who else has got another egg? Okay, I'm going to save the blue one for last. What do you have? You've got a butterfly, and it shows like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, a new life, a different life. Who else has got one over here? You've got one, and you have a pearl. You know, pearls are made from sand in the oyster, and it turns into a pearl. It gets covered, and it's a change and a different look. Anybody else got one that hadn't opened it yet? Anybody else? Okay, Van. Oh, who's got them? Okay, Van has one. Van, what's in yours? Nothing. Ah, well, that's what Jeremy did in the story. Jeremy brought an egg, and it was empty. And the teacher went, "Oh, no." Jeremy didn't understand he was supposed to put something in it. And then when she just took the egg and opened it and it was empty, she said, "Well, I won't embarrass Jeremy. I will just pretend like I didn't see it." And she put it down. But then Jeremy said, "Wait a minute, that was my egg." And she said, "Jeremy, there's nothing in it." He said, "I know." When they put Jesus in the tomb, he came back to life, and it left the tomb empty. That's why the egg was empty, to show Jesus has come back to life. And she said, Jeremy, do you understand what you're saying? He said, yes, ma'am. Jesus is not in the tomb. He's alive. And in a little bit, they're going to take our Jeremy, who's playing Jesus, and nail him to a cross over there, pretend like. And then they're going to take his body and place it in, over here among the trees, it's like a tomb, like a burial place. And people are going to come run up there and look, and they're going to find that it's empty. But here's the great thing. Because of the tomb being empty, our lives can be full. That's what God came to do, to live in your life and to fill you. Okay? Hey.
Hello, my good friend Nicodemus.
Old friend Joseph, how are you?
Good, good.
This is my favorite spot in all of Jerusalem.
Nicodemus, you look so troubled in this beautiful spot. What's wrong?
Joseph, let me ask you a question. What do you think of this man called Jesus?
Well, I have waited my entire life for the Messiah. And I know it's not how I thought he'd come, but it makes sense. If you look at our own system of religious rites, the way God has used the system of the tabernacle, and even the sacrifices we do in the temple, it all comes together the way Isaiah said it would.
I agree. And I can see how the prophecies are falling into place. But our fellow religious leaders can't see it.
Well, that's because they feel threatened. If Jesus is the Messiah, then there will be no need for them anymore.
But wouldn't we know God better by accepting his plan?
You may be right. With the way Jesus has been teaching and healing and performing miracles, I'm afraid that the Roman authorities will soon feel threatened. I pray that Jesus is careful and does not anger the temple leaders. I'm afraid what measures they may take if he becomes too much a threat to their power and position.
I agree. I would hate to see anything bad happen to Jesus.
Gethsemane, beneath the stars, you embraced a Lamb who
many years, so many lambs were offered up, but all the blood that was spilled could never fill that bitter cup, till one spotless lamb in the form of man gave his life on Calvary. His was the only blood that could ever set me free. For his blood was not just blood of another spotless lamb, but his blood was precious blood, for it washed the sins of man, and his blood, it healed my body, and it set my spirit free. I'm so glad his precious blood still flows from Calvary.
No other blood could heal my broken body, and no other blood could save my sin-sick soul, and no other blood could conquer death and win the victory. No other blood, none but the blood Jesus shed for me. Oh,
for whom nothing is too hard. I am the shepherd and I am the door. I am the good news to the bound and the poor. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am the righteous one and I am the lamb. I am the ram in the bush for Abraham. I am the ultimate sacrifice for sin. I am your redeemer, beginning and the end. I am. I am. I am. Jesus said, I am Jehovah and I am the King. I am Messiah, David's offspring. I am your high priest and I am the Christ. I am the resurrection and I am the life. I And I am the bread, and I am the wine, and I am your future, so leave your past behind. I am the one in the midst of two or three. I am your tabernacle, I am your jubilee. I am. He's the great I am the bread, and I am the wine, and I am your future, so leave your past behind. I am the one in the midst of two or three. I am your tabernacle, I am your jubilee. I am. Jesus said, I am your comfort and relief from your stress. I am strength.
I walked by the tomb of Buddha, looked inside and saw his bones, traveled on to see Mohammed, still wrapped up in his grave clothes. Then I journeyed to a garden where old Joseph left him laid, the precious lamb, God's own begotten, was no longer in that grave. If you knew him like I know him, you would know that he's alive. If you felt him like I feel him, resurrection deep inside, you know he's living and death has died. If you're wandering in the darkness, come and step into the light. Nail-scarred hands reach out to help you, pull you safe from death to life. Friend, I too have stood where you stand. Could I trust in things unseen? Just one step in his direction, then in love